Here are three things that you definitely need to know and be aware of before coming to Dallas Fort Worth area and purchasing real estate. So Fort Worth just moved to number 12 in terms of largest cities in America. So everyone around the country probably hears about Dallas Fort Worth and just how much we are growing and all the great opportunities that are here. And so I want to focus on just a couple small things and tie it back into mortgage and real estate that you might need to know before you land and make a decision on where and what exactly you're buying as far as real estate. So number one, what we're going to focus on is demand. We are getting people moving here rapidly. So obviously, with Fort Worth moving up in population, it's because people are moving here, and then also those that are already living here are staying here. There's a ton of demand for housing, and because of that, the affordability of housing is changing. We're seeing really great appreciation, especially over the last handful of years. So what that means is that buying real estate here in the Fort Worth and then greater North Texas area is a great long-term investment. Because of all the growth, you're going to see that your home values are going to really maintain when maybe some other places in the country might be going down, but really they're kind of just up and to the right. And so that's obviously what you're looking for in investment with houses. We are such a target for growth and really, really well protected in this area because of all the high demand that we're really insulated against national statistics. And so we often will outpace what the national news narratives will say about the various investing markets. So because of the demand, it is really makes the DFW obviously a great place to be. So number two, what we want to focus on now is taxes, and specifically property taxes. So as most people know, and one of the reasons why the demand is so high here in Texas is that we do not have state income tax, but we do have relatively high property tax depending on the area of Texas where you're moving. So we are actually the number four ranked cities in the country in collected taxes, only behind New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. And so even though we collect so much, there's a study on this website called Wallet Hub where they break down 1 through 50 as far as property tax. And they say that Texas is actually 45th, meaning that we should be really inexpensive for property taxes. But that's as a state, as an average. Remember, Texas is such a huge place. It's bigger than most countries in Europe and other places like that. So DFW, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and other major cities really rake in big time property tax money, and it helps to make up for the no state income tax. So with that being said, as far as real estate and mortgage is concerned, that plays a huge piece in the mortgage payments locally here in the Fort Worth area, and of course the other major cities. So just because the purchase price may look really good, the house may look really good, everything might look really good, let's make sure we're always paying attention to the tax rates. There's a ton of nuances that go on with tax rates because we're allowed to protest our property taxes here in Texas, and whether or not previous owners, maybe the current owner that could be selling you the home, if they have not protested their taxes in recent years, that could really affect your payment. So tons of nuances. Property taxes are definitely something that you want to be aware of when you're moving to Texas. So finally, number three, we want to talk about homeowners insurance. This is something else that really plays a big role in our total payments and then just total cost of housing in general. Here in the North Texas area, we experience a lot of storms and a lot of hail, and it's really inconsistent. Very hard to know when it's going to happen. A lot of times people will say in terms of weather here in Texas, you want to know what the weather report is? Well, don't bother looking on your phone. Go ahead and just peek outside, and that's going to be what's going to tell you what the weather is today. It is that inconsistent and that crazy sometimes. In insurance, they base their premiums and how they set how much they're going to charge you for insurance on zip codes. And if zip codes have experienced a lot of hail or something like that in recent years, then you might find that insurance costs are going to be more expensive. And so, like I said, it's going to affect the total payments. And so homeowners insurance and taxes are growing. They're still getting a little bit more expensive. Obviously, we have higher interest rates right now. So being aware of your total monthly payments and why and how they are calculated is something that often can get skipped, especially if you're working with a loan company or something like that that is not local and they're giving you inaccurate estimates. So if you are looking for a home in the Dallas Fort Worth area or just Texas in general, please reach out. We'll be happy to help you make sure you have proper preparation so that you can really work on getting into the home and then experience this appreciation that we do get. And remember, real estate is a long-term game. And so if you buy a home in Texas now, you're really going to be thankful later on down the road when you're sitting on a pile of equity. So hopefully this helps. I look forward to seeing you in Texas. And if we can help you in any way, please give us a call.